Hello there, and welcome back to Aqua Plays Dragon Age Origins. When we last left off, we just finished defending the city of Amaranthine from the Darkspawn attack, and now we're about to be heading back to Vigil's Keep to see how that fared in our absence. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. I don't think we've picked up any codexes recently, right? Oh, maybe we have. Let's see real quick, because we're kind of, I think, like in the end game now of things, and yeah, unfortunately we weren't able to do, like, Valana's joining, and I don't think we'll be able to now, because we kind of, like, are already locked into the end game, which is kind of annoying. Also, I never really got to max out my rune crafting, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I definitely feel like I kind of agree with my previous, feelings about this expansion kind of being sort of mixed, because, I mean, there is a lot of interesting stuff in it, and it's kind of fun, you know, to a decent extent, but at the same time, like, I feel like it's obviously just like, you know, as we found, it's kind of pretty buggy, and also, unfortunately, seemingly kind of like poorly, like, kind of balanced as planned in some ways. Like, for one thing, the fact that we weren't able to really get enough skill points to really, like, actually get high enough in rune crafting to really utilize it is pretty annoying. And also the fact that obviously they didn't really account for the fact that, hey, you know, we need to be able to do characters joinings without getting locked into the end game if we don't do, you know, if we don't end with the Black Marsh area, which is apparently, like, is, I think, probably the only way outside of mods to, like, really fix this issue with not being able to finish the content. And also, of course, we know the whole, like, Ogren thing with not, you know, with it being so difficult to get him up to the approval level to finish out his quest because of the gift issue. So yeah, just a lot of issues with this DLC. It's kind of like, I feel like something where it's like really kind of a good concept overall, but just the execution is sort of shoddy, unfortunately, which is really unfortunate because obviously, like, I love the main game of Origins so much. It's, as I've mentioned before, you know, still my favorite game that I played to this day, and definitely my favorite RPG, so it's just kind of unfortunate that the expansion, you know, isn't better, because it definitely could have been. But anyways, we're not quite finished with it yet, so so yeah, let's just move forward here. But anyways, Armored Ogre. So the Darkspawn scavenge their armor from the deep roads. Excuse me. So the Darkspawn scavenged their armor from the deep roads, from lost hags, and from battlefields where vast armies once clashed. Typically, only Hurlocks, Shrieks, and Genelix wearing such protection, ogres being far too large for conventional armor. But occasionally the Legion encounters ogres wearing crude patchworks of breastplates and shields threaded together with rope and wire. While better than nothing, there are many vulnerable gaps in the assemblage. Thank the ancestors that the Darkspawn and their ghouls make such lousy craftsmen. What is Journal of Cardle? I think Legion of the Dead. I think that might be the guy that we encountered in Awakening, the main Legion dude. I mean, not in Awakening, or in Awakening, in the original game, I mean to say. Ugh, my brain is all over the place right now, isn't it? Anyways, the children. So we've already, this is just an update, I guess? I guess maybe we, like, finally counted the final form or something, so they're initially child or grubs. When grubs devour the flesh of a darkspawn, a dramatic change occurs. To a sound of tearing flesh, the legs emerge. The chowder can now run down its prey with startling speed, and then, upon gorging itself again, the chowder transforms further, developing spindly limbs tipped with spikes that skewer prey. Yeah, pretty nasty. And then this is just presumably character updates. Oh, well, that just spoiled things. The last Seneschal Vale was killed in the second Darkspawn assault on Vigil's Keep. Like, well, that's a spoiler. I guess I should have looked at the codex yet. Oh shit. So apparently things on Vigil's Keep did not go very well in our absence. It's kind of a spoiler. I guess I shouldn't have looked at that, man. And that's another thing. Yeah, another kind of poor design point for this DLC, I guess, huh? Oops. Oh well. Anyways, where were we going? Honestly, I don't even, like, at this point, is it even really worth...
bravery will never be forgotten.
Is it even really worth, like, looting anyone, I wonder, here? Because if we're not going to be able to actually, like, do anything with it all, I guess maybe not. I mean, I guess we can sell stuff here. I don't know, it feels like such an abrupt, like, kind of, like, launch onto the end game of the DLC here, too. Like, I feel like I didn't really get a chance, like, to, like, be like, okay, let's wrap everything up before you go forward. And, like, I barely got any time, especially, like, of how, like, abruptly it happened. I didn't really get much time to, like, spend any time with, like, Valana. Because we got her last, and so it didn't really give me much time to do anything with her. So, yeah, it's kind of annoying. I don't think I even really had that much stuff to sell. I haven't even made use of these explosives at all. But yeah, like, because I haven't even been able to, like, craft, to do much rune crafting. Like, I guess we could see if I can make anything right now. But yeah. Because, yeah, because I was only able to get up a couple, like, skill points, which, I mean, unless you saved skills points from the original game, I don't know that you could even really max it out here, because I've done basically all the content that I can, all the side quests and everything, and I still didn't get enough to get more than 2 skill points in it. And I wasn't, like, spending... Well, did I spend some skill points in other stuff? No, I actually, yeah, and I haven't even, like, put any skill points into, like, these 2, so, yeah, it's just kind of weird. And even, like, Anders, like, he starts off with 1 of these, so, and even he, like, I don't remember what all he started with here. Maybe if we'd, like, focused him, maybe we could have maxed it out in him here, but, like, still, it would have been nice to be able to max it out for my character here to make use of. I don't know. Just kind of overall a little disappointed with the DLC, sorry. Yeah, it's been a long time since I played it, I remembered having mixed feelings about it, and I'm kind of seeing why. But yeah. Yeah, because a lot of these recipes I bought I can't even make. And then, like, a lot of this stuff, it requires lower level runes that I don't necessarily have either. Because you have to, like, make the lower levels to be able to do it. Like, what can I even make anything without having to have a lower level rune? No, because you need, like, novice runes to even start, so... Do you sell runes? You sell pure iron, which I needed for one of the recipes, but we're past that now. But why is there another snow globe? That's weird. But... I mean, I guess I can buy, I haven't even really been using any potions throughout this DLC. That's another weird thing, too, is I feel like the combat in this DLC has been, like, kind of poorly balanced as well. Like, in the original game, because I'm still on hard difficulty here, and in the original game, I feel like with hard difficulty, like, eventually toward the end game, you kind of do get to a point where you're a little maybe OP, but, like, for the most part, I would say through the main game, like, it was a reasonable level of challenge to where it was, like, you know, it was pretty fun. Like, I actually had to pay attention and, like, to positioning and things like that in the gameplay. I mean, during the combat. But, you know, and I actually had to make use of sometimes of my poultices and stuff more often. But in this DLC, I feel like I haven't really had to pay that much attention to positioning or really using poultices and stuff. Like, I just feel like we've kind of just been OP pretty much throughout all of it, maybe save for like a few of the more elite fights. Like, it's just been pretty much a cakewalk for the most part, which is kind of unfortunate because it makes the combat kind of just boring and tedious, really. Anyways, yeah, sorry if I'm such a downer here. That's actually kind of a nice amulet. I don't know. We are going to be doing... I'm not going to do all golems of Amgrok after this. Yeah, I'm not going to do golems of Amgrok because I know I had done that a couple times in the past and I just do not like it. I'll go more into that when we finish here, but yeah, but I will be doing at least like witch hunt here, so it might be worth getting some stuff for that here. But anyways, yeah, he doesn't sell any of the runes. Like, he just sells traces, but he doesn't sell any of the basic runes we need to make anything, so I can't do anything. So, like, basically rune crafting is basically like pointless right now. And I don't think I even have anything to put on anything. Yeah, I just have no runes whatsoever to use, so... yeah.
Surely the Maker himself sent you, Commander.
Oh, no, but yeah, I guess we're just gonna be venturing forth here. I mean... yeah. Wait, I thought we were going back to the keep. Are we just assuming that it was destroyed at this point? I thought we were gonna go back and see what even happened. So it was just destroyed? Because I feel like there's a way to have both the city and the keep itself be like, okay. But I don't know. But maybe not. Maybe you do have to like choose one or the other? I don't know. Because I feel like every time I end up getting one or the other destroyed, usually I end up getting the city destroyed because I focus on saving the keep. But I don't know. I don't know, I'm just kind of a little disenchanted with this DLC at this point. Just kind of want to finish this off now, because, yeah, like I thought we just talked about like going back to the keep, and now we can't even go back there. We just have to go to the lair of the mother now. Like, what even is going on with this right now? I don't really know. Okay. Well, and I can get another thing of rune crafting a little too late. A little too late to really actually make use of it, but I guess I will. Because why not? Wards and ally against all spells and spell effects, beneficial or hostile for a short time. Yeah, that'd probably be decent. Though I need to put that somewhere. What can I replace? I don't ever use Arcane Shield, so I guess I could just use this. Put this here. Sure, why not?
I apologize, Justice. I didn't mean to suggest you would become a demon.
I should certainly hope not.
I just wondered what relation there is between spirits and demons. Demons are a worry to any mage.
I do not know what makes demons as they are. Such evil angers me, but I do not understand it.
Well, I hope you never come to understand.
I as well, mage. More than you could possibly know.
Something seems off with the audio right now. I don't know. There's like something off with the audio. Hold on. Just a second. Okay, hopefully that'll fix it here. The audio was just being a little weird. Because, like, for some reason the input wasn't really fully plugged in all the way. Just, like, partially. It was making it all weird, but hopefully it'll be good now. Yeah, that sounds better now. Okay, hopefully it's fixed. This last little bit of the DLC here. Perfect situation for a cone of cold here, and some shattering. Woo, shatter. Shatter.
It shall be done.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll have noticed any difference in the audio, because the recording way might be different than through my headphones, so you probably might not notice it, but for me at least I think it should be fixed now. Anyways, Sigrun, what should we do with you? I guess probably more dexterity, really. Let me see. So does that mean also, so if all of, like, the companions we left there are just, like, assumed dead then as well, like, that basically means we just straight up killed Ogren. yeah, like so we went through all that with Ogren to get him to like begrudgingly decide to be in his kid's life, and now he's just dead anyway. Like, okay then. Well, at least I saved Sigrun and Ander. Anders, my two favorite companions here. Though I would have preferred to take Ogren with us, which is justice, but oh well. For you, I don't even know what to give you, Sigrun. You don't really need anything. I guess just give you survival. It's a bonus to nature resistance, so yeah, I guess it does something. Yeah, we still haven't gotten you maxed on some of this stuff. Getting military attack bonus and hitting critically if the attack connects. Yeah, I guess we could do cripple. And do we want to add that to your tactics, maybe? I mean, it's an automatic critical hit, it looks like, so I guess we'll use that. Sure. Why not? Because I'm pretty sure we get another dragon fight coming up here then. Which just is kind of random and out of nowhere, but I guess that's just par for the course at this point in the DLC. It's kind of like, it kind of feels like they put a lot of work into the beginning of the expansion, like into like the initial parts of the expansion, and then like they just kind of had to like rush the end and like meet a deadline. That's really what it feels like here, because the end just feels like so abrupt and rushed, and like some of the parts of it are just like glitchy and poorly balanced. Yeah, it just really feels like that. Yeah, like they didn't really have the time to properly like finish up the end parts of the DLC or just give the overall polish across the board. So yeah, it is unfortunate, but we'll just have to deal with it here. At least we have a lot more Dragon Age. That is less
have sensed us.
of varying degrees of. It's still just one to look forward to. Is he up? Honestly, this seems like a big enough area. Maybe Blizzard should be good here. Let's see. There we go. And let's see. Oh, there's the emissary. It's just a cluttered mess in here, isn't it? Jeez, everyone talking over each other all at once on top of the loud audio, man. Oof. This weird glyph of paralysis still showing up here.
As you say.
Okay, I guess we'll read that now, because I don't know how much longer we'll be able to read codexes for. So, Drake's Fall. Legends speak of a place where dragons go to die. In the far south, in the lands of the barbarian tribes, it is said that a dragon at the end of her days lies down and allows the bitter cold to take her. It is not just a legend. I have seen Drake's Fall with my own eyes. The ancient bones of these grand beasts piled atop one another. I felt the power that suffused this place and knew the Imperium would claim it. We built a city on the bones. We delved deep into the earth, collecting what remained of the primordial dragons who were still like our old gods. With these bones, we created staves for our magisters, armor for our warriors, and crowns for our archons. We fashioned phylacteries to hold our blood and sarcophagi to hold our bodies, and prayed they would make us immortal. From the writings of Archon Melos. Interesting. Well, I mean, it'd be more interesting if this place had been built up a bit more beforehand, you know, like, foreshadowed a bit more and stuff. And that's another thing too, is I feel like the story, like in this DLC here, like I feel like the story of like the Darkspawn like awakening and becoming more intelligent and like the architect and the mother fighting each other and everything is interesting in theory, but like I feel like they just haven't really done much with it here. They haven't really like shown us much or really built up the characters that much. Like we've barely seen the architect like at all here and really learned about him at all, and we've barely seen the mother, like outside of cutscenes that are like technically like out of our character's perspective. Like we really haven't seen much at all of the mother or learned about her much at all. So yeah, it just kind of seems like a bit of a wasted opportunity here. Sorry to continue to be so negative, but it's just my thoughts, just my honest thoughts as a player revisiting this DLC right now. Anyways, let's see. Oop, yep, dragon fight time. Okay, well this looks like a good blizzard time. Oh shit, when did Sigrun fall down? I didn't even notice. Sigrun, live again, please. And I will help heal. There we go. But why is Justice just doing nothing? I feel like sometimes his AI bugs out, maybe because he doesn't have enough stamina or something weird, I don't know. He seems to bug out more than any of the other companions here for whatever reason. There we go. See, even the dragon fight here was like pretty easy. Didn't even need to like use the poultices whatsoever. Like Sigrun died, but I think that was mostly just because of me putting the blizzard on. I think that was mostly because of my fault with the blizzard and not paying attention to helping with the healing at that point. Yeah. I don't know. What is that? Cap. That's had a nice, interesting name. Might be good for Sigrun. Yeah, that might be good for you. Take that. Alrighty then. Yeah, I think definitely whenever I someday play this expansion again, if I do and I don't just decide to skip it, I will probably get some mods to help fix some of the bugginess and maybe some of the balancing issues. I feel like with mods, this could definitely be like a lot better, but I definitely wouldn't want to play it on modded again, I don't think. Alright, what's in the chesty chest?
Oh, fail.
I mean, obviously I have some mods right now, but I mean more mods. What is this crystal for? I do not know. Maybe we'll find out. Thing over to that side. Looks like a big fight in here. Oh. Fight down the stairs. Okay. Well. Freezing time. Shattering time. Yep.
I shall do it.
Shattering time.
Very well.
Freeze them and shatter them, or just freeze them if we... That's all we need. Interesting, we got just white named alphas. I guess they're just...
Very well.
Kind of like with the grunts at the end of the initial game, they're kind of just amping us up here with just like these easy ones before we maybe get into some harder fights here. Seemingly. I mean, here's a heretic disciple, dude.
As you say.
ogre down. We can loot from some flesh paws, don't we? I wonder what those crystals are gonna be for. Oh, I guess we gotta stick them in these sockets to do something. Interesting. There's more stuff going on there, so let's see what this is all about, I guess.
As you say. I shall do it.
Okay, what exactly did that do? Okay, I've reactivated Defender Relic that may aid me against the Mother. I mean, how did my character even know to do that? It's like they skipped a step in like the story even showing that. I'm sorry, I just can't help but keep being critical right now. Just feeling kinda ugh about this right now, everything right now. At least we're almost done with this expansion. Almost ready to move forward in the world of Dragonbone Age here.
It shall be done.
Makes me really sad too, because I really do love some of the characters of this, you know, and obviously Anders moves on, and kind of technically Justice, but he's not really quite the same, and Sigrun I love though, and like, we don't get to any more of her, which makes me sad. Obviously we're gonna have to do more crystal stuff down there, I guess. But like it wasn't even like introduced. Why were I needing to do all this? Like, I guess I just have to assume that the one guy, messenger guy, told us about all this stuff, I guess. Oh, what's this? This wasn't even really introduced. Can blast a single target with fire? I guess we're supposed to use this stuff. Okay then. I mean, we'll see if I really end up even needing any of this stuff. So far nothing's been that challenging to fight. Hey Architect, are we gonna actually get some more story here?
So we meet again. No, Uther. That is not how this must begin. I owe you an apology, Commander. When last we met, I intended to explain myself. Fate, however, intervened.
So explain yourself now.
I restrained you, only to prevent the misunderstanding that occurred with the rest of your order.
Misunderstanding? Is that what you call it?
I sent the Withered to ask for the Grey Warden's help. I should have anticipated that you might view our approach as an attack. I am rarely able to judge how your kind will react. It was most unfortunate.
You wanted our help? What for?
My kind has ever been driven to seek out the old gods. This is our nature. When we find one, a blight is begun. Each time we attack your surface lands and you fight back until we are defeated. To break the cycle, my brethren must be freed of their compulsion. For that, I need Grey Warden blood.
Why do you need Warden's blood?
In order to become what you are, you drink the blood of my kind. To transform, similarly, we must transform. I have created a version of your joining that uses the blood of Grey Wardens. You take the taint into yourself. What we take is your resistance. That is how my brethren are freed. In your blood lies the key to their immunity against the call of the old gods.
I like my blood where it is, in my veins.
Wait, what? What the heck? Why does green just go black? Well, that was weird. More bugginess, I guess. How did the Darkspawn change afterwards?
Once they are freed, the Darkspawn think for themselves. They speak. They act. Some, however, have reacted poorly. They are flawed and they rage against me. The Mother gathers them to stop me, as she seeks to stop you. I cannot defeat the Mother alone, and I cannot free the Darkspawn unless she is defeated. Our goals are the same.
Kill this creature now, lest it make things worse than they already are. Do what is right, and do not waver.
This reeks of stupid. The last thing we need is more Darkspawn thinking for themselves.
Help me kill the Mother, and after it is done, I will leave to continue my work.
What do we do here? Let's see. What is this Mother exactly?
My most flawed creation. Freedom drove her mad, and she has poisoned the minds of the others. She has influence with the ones who have not been freed, and she gathers them as an army. I do not seek to rule, my brethren. I only seek to release them from their chains.
How did you become freed?
I was born as I am, an outsider amongst my kind. Why? I do not know. Why do some of your kind become Grey Wardens? Why do some possess magic? I have no answers.
Perhaps the other Darkspawn don't want to be free.
And how would they know when the choice has been deprived of them? Without choice, there is only one path before them, and that leads to the Blight. I believe there is another way.
Stealing blood from Wardens is perverse.
I thought it little different from your Order's use of Darkspawn blood. We both do what we must in response to the Blight. The first blood came from Uther, freely given. She was a Grey Warden, as you are, and joined us many years ago.
What does Visella do here? Does she help the architect or finish or try to kill him here? I mean, so he's trying to stop the Blight. I mean, Visella is kind of like, you know, okay with some darker things. I mean, obviously, it's like she's okay with something like blood magic, you know, as long as it's for her purposes, you know, as long as she sees it deemed right. I mean, in this case, he's killed people and all that stuff, but obviously we could, you know, potentially provide blood somewhat freely. I mean, if it's... Because obviously we see what the Darkspawn have been able to do here. They've been able to destroy so much, you know. I mean, if there was a way to stop the Blights from happening, because I mean, look at how much devastation the recent Blight wrought and all the ones in the past. So if there was a way to, like, stop the Blight altogether, that would be desirable. At the same time, though, giving Darkspawn, like, sentience here, I mean, or not sentience, sapience, I don't, whatever the right term is here, but yeah, but giving them basically awareness, you know, also means that they will act in ways more unpredictably and potentially, I don't know, it's kind of weird because, like, on the one hand, it's like, okay, if we give them higher level awareness, right, then they become something that could maybe be reasoned with, and we could use diplomacy with, which is obviously what Visella prefers. She prefers, you know, to kind of be diplomatic about things, where possible, you know, and kind of end things more peacefully. You know, she's not into like just bloodshed just for the sake of bloodshed, and all that. At the same time, though, having them become more aware does make them more dangerous in some ways as well, right? And they become more of like, you know, instead of a mindless, that they become more. But at the same time, then we have more ways to deal with them, because we could still kill them if they're like, you know, if they have awareness. We can still like fight them and kill them if need be, but we can also then have the way to reason with them and maybe things like that. So I feel like Visella would be for this kind of. At the very least, she definitely, you know, would be curious to see where this could go. And in fact, like, especially if, you know, if allying with the Architect, if she could kind of manage to assert some level of authority over these Darkspawn that have awakened and get them to kind of go under her umbrella here, right? Then that would be kind of desirable, maybe. So, very well, you have an ally.
What if he's wrong? What if this doesn't stop the blight, but makes something worse?
No! No! This is a monster! I can't let you do this!
Don't you want to stop the blights once and for all?
I do, but... I hope you know what you're doing.
Sigrun may agree, but I do not. This monster murdered countless Grey Wardens. They must be avenged.
You'll have to trust my lead, Justice.
I cannot trust it, but I will follow it, for now.
Thank you, Commander. I realize what a leap of faith this is for you. I hope that I prove worthy of your trust. The mother lies ahead, Warden. I cannot approach her physically. Her children protect her from my power. But when you reach her, I will do whatever I can to help you. You have my promise.
Okay, then. Yeah, I know you guys disapprove, but Visella's just hedging her bets here. Just, you know, don't just strike it down. You know, we can at least see where it goes, and we can always, you know, potentially eliminate him and all of his shit later if need be. You know, we can stop his research later if we decide that it's not gonna be to our advantage here. But, for now, we'll see where it goes. Okay, Anders, let's see. What shall we get for you? I don't even know. I mean, at this point, doesn't really matter that much. I guess just get that. I don't know. Just get that. You already have, like, enough stuff to use up all your mana with, I feel like, anyway. Anyways, let's see. Some more crystals. Don't know why these crystals are in these flesh pod things, but anyways,
I shall do it.
this will activate this thing. And that gives us the... Well, so we got Architect's Pyre. So I guess this is just stuff we're going to probably use in the final battle here against the Mother. So we have Tower of Flame we got before. Now we have the Architect's Pyre. And then we got Tower of Trauma. And then we'll potentially be able to get the Power of Healing here, I suppose. Okay, then. I mean, either way, also, like, when you think about it at this point, like, either way, the Mother has to be destroyed, so it might be worthwhile to, like, ally with him for now against the Mother, and then we can, you know, like I said, we can always change our mind later and, like, possibly destroy him if we get a chance. Right? And there's nothing saying we can't turn on him later. There's nothing saying he can't turn on us later, right? So, fair game both ways.
Don't give them the advantage.
Alrighty then. Grubs have been squished. Appropriately so, anyway. Anyway, did I miss, oh yeah, there was a flesh pot back here. Hold on just a second, I must grab the crystal. Or, oh, I thought it was gonna be a crystal. It's actually some robes. My bad. Oh, Justice, you have a level up. I'll have to realize that in a moment here. job in the midst of it all. What then?
As you say.
Well, I'm definitely gonna have lots of poultices ready for Witch Hunt if I need them there. Oh, I forgot. Justice, sorry. We'll get you leveled up in a moment here. Don't you worry. Nice, double shatter. Always beautiful. Just a second, my kitty wants inside. Oh no, I think she just went out. Never mind. That was the sound of her going out. Careful, this audio input is wanting to be weird. Doesn't really fit in there like quite like it should.
I shall do it.
For some reason. Anyways, okay, just before I forget again, let's give you some more strength, I think. And I guess we could give you some stamina, because sure. And then what do we want for you? We've already maxed out your weapon and shield, so we could go for more guardian. Yeah. I guess improve those would be fine.
There, more of the fiends ahead.
It is begun.
Yeah, we're just mowing them down right
It shall
now.
be done.
But maybe the final fight will probably be pretty tough here against the mother, presumably.
It is begun.
There's a disciple over here. You know what? This looks like a decent blizzard spot. There we go. Yep, everyone come into the blizzard. Come into my winter wonderland of pain. And you know what? Let me do some Hand of Winter here then. Oop, if I can get into here. Hold on. Sweet. Can't see. Ugh. Camera angle is being weird. Alright, nicely done, team. Let's see. Rest of the crystals here.
Very well.
We're missing a crystal from here, maybe? Nope. Is it in the chest?
Ugh, fail.
Yep. Okay. There we go. Now we have all of the stuff ready for our final fight. Okay, so then I guess on to the nest. And time to fight the mother.
Now the pieces fall into place. The Grey Warden comes, the instrument of the Father. Oh, and the Father, he is but a shadow. Oh, how my children protect me. How they love me.
I have told you many times, Mother. I am not the Father. I am simply the Architect.
It does not change what you are. You took away that beautiful music, left us with nothing.
It was a mistake to free you. It has left you with madness. I am truly sorry.
Why is he transparent? It's weird. What's done is done. The mother is a horror, must die.
Ah, but perhaps the Warden would like to hear how it was that the Father began the Blight. You want the source of the Archdemon? The one who brought all our kind to the surface? Here he is!
I was correct. All of these creatures are irredeemable fiends.
Ah, there it is then. Unfortunate. I did find the old god Athemiel, but I did not wish another blight. I attempted my joining ritual. My hope was that this would free all Darkspawn, unravel the curse from its source. Alas, I was unlucky.
Well, that's pretty bad if you're gonna be starting blights. Do you even think about the repercussions of your actions?
Is it not the way of the Grey Wardens to do what must be done, in the name of combating the Blight?
Yeah, but there's still some
the Blight
limits.
is a menace, both for your people and for mine. To end it requires sacrifice and risk.
And how lonely the Father was. How terrible to be the outcast, the outsider. He claims he wishes the Darkspawn to be free, but what he truly wants is to correct them.
However you feel about what I have done, the Mother is mad. She cannot be allowed to...
Begone, Shadow! You cannot harm Mother any more than you already have. And now the hero is alone. Oh, the Mother knows your ways. You will not let her be, no, not after what she's done. So it must end. It all must come crashing down! Perhaps
You are hideous, man.
Again when we die. Oh, let it come. Let it come.
Okay, the spell, you might call on special abilities. Okay. Cool beans. So we got the... Why did they rearrange them? That's weird. Anyways, we have the healing, the stunning, fire, and yeah, so single target fire and then like main area fire. Okay. Well, let's see. Actually, ooh, man, mega stunned up here. Wait, why can I not move? Why can't I do anything? Oh, I just don't have mana, okay. Well, let me chug some mana potion then. I don't know what happened to all my mana. That's weird. if I want to use any of this stuff yet. Ooh. You know what? Blizzard time, maybe. Ooh, and you know what? Over here, let's just use that. Oh shit. We are dying. Whoops. A lot of effects. Okay, everyone take a drink. Take a sip sip. Keep yourselves alive. Ooh. Take yourself a sip sip. Oh! No, he died. Shit. Come on, get back up, Justice. Justice, drink. Let me do this. Oh, that just insta-healed us all. Okay, good. Where am I? This is a good Hand of Winter opportunity, I think. So we still got single target. Might as well use that, I guess. And then if we get a bunch of more bugs coming out, we can use the
quickly.
Oh, jeez. What happened to Sigrun? The hell? Or not Sigrun, that was Justice again. Shit, well that's on cooldown for you. You take some mana and bring back Justice, please. And we'll use this. Will we heal back up Justice here? Can't use Hand of Winter yet. Let's leave more Blizzard. Drink up, people. Oh, jeez. Lagginess with all this effects going on. Oh, jeez, I'm almost dead. Oh, shit. Shit. Okay. And we can't do anything yet. Where are you, Anders? Hey, drink up. At least we got ourselves a bit more of a challenge this fight, though. It's mostly just like swarms and swarms of enemies, man. Take something.
Yes.
Oh, Sigrun just died. I didn't even notice. Shit. Okay, let's see if we can just kill the mother here. Just rain some damage on her.
Consider it done.
Okay, there we go. A bit dicey there with half our team down, but we got through it. Ooh. Cool. So it should have been ice. Should have been ice, because she's the ice queen, but either way. Down goes the mother. I want to double tap, just to make sure. I mean, I guess she is on fire, so hopefully she'll just burn up and into ash.
Serves me right for not paying attention.
Wait, what was that for? Okay, and then we just go into yeah, like I just feel like the ending was so rushed, man. I hate it. Anyways, after the death of the mother, the remaining Darkspawn forces scattered and fled back into the deep roads. The raids on Amaranthine came to an abrupt end. The architect apparently kept his word, gathering his remaining disciples to follow the rest of their kind back underground. Those Grey Wardens and other nations were appalled to hear of the architect's continued existence, but were unable to track him down despite years of effort. Some within the Order have claimed that the architect's survival guarantees another blight, and yet the deep roads have lately been quieter than any can recall. Most have resignedly decided that it is now in the Maker's hands. Words of the Grey Warden's heroic salvation of Amaranthine spread like wildfire. When the magnitude of the losses at Vigil's Keep came to light, sympathy drove generous donations from all over Ferelden into the region's coffers. Amaranthine was restored to form glory within a year, Vigil's Keep in 5. Yeah, see, it wasn't the end of the world. I mean, it actually kind of is really good for public perception, right? Because we, like, saved the city over saving the Warden Keep. So it kind of, I feel like, would make the people think better of us, that we put them above, like, ourselves, basically, right? Vigil's Keep stood alone against a horde of Darkspawn. The Northern's forces outnumbered the Vigil's defenders many times over, but the sturdy dwarven walls proved impervious to any boulder an ogre could throw. The Vigil's soldiers, clad in silverite, each felled a dozen Darkspawn before they died. The Vigil held one night, then two, then a week, and eventually the attacking horde broke upon our walls. The Keep developed an almost mythic reputation, the few survivors immortalized in song and legend. Yeah, see, so all the work we did, like, building it up did help, so we were able to, like, save Amaranthine, and then, like, Vigil's Keep was basically as good as it could be, though I do wonder, like, if we hadn't sent the soldiers out to the fields, of how much that would have, impact that would have had. But anyways, peace allowed the Wardens to replenish their numbers. Soon Vigil's Keep bore a capable army with Wardens at its core. From their ranks emerged new heroes to challenge threats to Amaranthine and all of Ferelden. Through taxes and levies, the Vigil was rebuilt. Years later, Voldric Glavenok stood on the battlements and pronounced that the defenses were acceptable. He would never speak more highly of any human engineering. Some nobles claimed the Grey Wardens were involved in Ban Ezmerel's disappearance on the eve of the final battle against the Darkspawn. Dark whispers hint that a conspiracy to oust the Wardens from Amaranthine is still afoot. Among the many legends that the Vigil spawned was one of the great heroes of the Next Age, a sheepherder turned soldier by the name of Sir Alec the Valiant, who eventually founded an order of knights that lasted 1,000 years. Dworkin Glavenok further refined his lyrium sand explosives, but left the Wardens unemployed after Qunari mercenaries tried to assassinate him. Although the Dwarven Bombardier took his secrets with him, they learned to say he left clues for others to follow in his footsteps. The Vigil's soldiers, wearing the distinctive silverite armor that Master Wade crafted, came to be known as the Silver Order. Under the tutelage of the Wardens, the Silver Order developed into one of Ferelden's most revered military forces, a lasting memory of the Vigil's famous commander. With Lana and the architect gone from the region, the Pilgrim's Path began to see traffic again. This massacre of the militiamen and the merchants, however, led to hostilities between the neighboring human settlements and any Dalish clans that passed by. One human villager soon kidnapped and murdered a Dalish child. The clans reacted by giving the Winding Wood a wide berth, but both sides know that at some point the elves will return for revenge. A few years after Calharel was empty of Darkspawn, Orzammar began sending expeditions to rediscover the knowledge of smithing that had been lost within the Tig. Eventually, House Helmi decided that Calharel was too important to be abandoned. At a tremendous cost of dwarven lives, they cleared the tunnels leading to Calharel of all Darkspawn, making the road between Orzammar and the fortress safe again. Calharel was reclaimed for Orzammar once and for all. In time, the Arling began to forget the tales of apparitions in the Black Marsh, and ever so slowly, settlers drifted into the region. Scholars said the veil was still thin, and thus the area still dangerous, but the people only cared that there were no longer frightened whispers in the shadows. The village was slowly rebuilt. Twice the Baroness's mansion was rebuilt and occupied, once by a wealthy merchant and another time by an Norwegian mage. Both died mysteriously. Afterwards, the mansion was torn down completely and the site left untouched. Anders remained with the Grey Wardens a few years longer, training the Order's next generation of mages, but when the Circle Tower called on him to deliver a lecture on the nature of the Architect, much to the Templars' dismay, Anders told the commander of the Grey that his time with the Wardens was over. And yet, not 2 months later, Anders returned to the Order, even ever after the Wardens were his home and his lasting companions. When the walls of Vigil's Keep were breached, the surviving defenders watched in horror as a section of stone collapsed upon Visella. When the rubble was later cleared, however, there was no body. Visella was just gone. Nathaniel managed to survive the Battle of Vigil's Keep. Oh, he did, okay. Leading a spirited defense in the last minutes to protect his family home. That ferocity impressed many of his fellow soldiers, who hoisted him to their shoulders and paraded him around the courtyard when the battle was done. After spending a number of years with the Wardens, Nathaniel realized the life was not for him. He said goodbye to his sister Delilah and his new nephew, then left to seek his fortune. It's like, can people just really just leave the Wardens like that? I mean, I feel like once you become a Warden, don't you basically just stay a Warden forever because you know their secrets and everything? And I mean, you've drank the stuff so you're tainted. You know, you're basically doomed to die young. I mean, yeah, it seemed kind of weird. Kind of, you know, especially like given the way like Duncan reacts. Like even the one guy that just like he hadn't even become a full Warden yet, but had just known the secret to the joining. Like Duncan just straight up killed him just because he like wanted to leave there. Like you think any like attempt to leave would basically be like viewed as like desertion, like from an army. But anyways, in time, that nephew became a Grey Warden himself, in emulation of Nathaniel, then rose to Warden Commander. He brought honor to the Howe name once again. Once the Darkspawn threat was ended, Justice left the Grey Wardens to pursue other injustices. Years later, he appeared on the doorstep of Kristoff's widow and, smiling, simply dropped dead. Aura finally had a body to mourn. If the spirit itself remains alive, it has not shown itself. Yeah, but we know it will be in Dragon Age 2 and Anders. Anyways, with the mother dead, Sigrun seemed to lose her purpose. She withdrew from her friends in the Order and spoke to them less and less each day. One morning, Sigrun was simply absent, her bed made and her trunk emptied. A young recruit who had been up in the night said she'd left for her calling, gone to finish what she started in Kalharal. Aww. It's too bad she couldn't find, yeah, some kind of greater happiness, outside of just, like, endlessly throwing herself against Darkspawn. At Vigil's Keep, Ogren rallied a last-minute defense at the gate, taking on 2 ogres simultaneously to allow others time to regain the courtyard. He eventually passed out from blood loss, and when he awoke weeks later, nobody was more surprised than he to discover he had been credited as a hero. Ogren continued to regale young Warden recruits with tales of his prowess in both battle and bed. His drinking games prompted at least one recruit to declare that she'd rather to reattempt the joining than lift another mug. At the Warden Commander's urging, Ogren took a more active role in his child's life. He visited Felsi often and wrote letters, which the Warden Commander graciously proofread nearly every week. Oh, that's nice, at least. As for the Savior of Ferelden, she did not remain as commander for the Grey for long. The Darkspawn were no longer a real concern, the Blight wasn't truly over, it was time for her to move on. She returned to life at court, resuming her duties as Queen of Ferelden, and receiving a hero's welcome when she rode back into the capital. King Alistair waited her at the palace gates, grinning from ear to ear. Some years later, the Savior of Ferelden vanished entirely. Nobody knows for what purpose she departed, yet neither does anyone think her tale is complete. Yep, and yet, I mean, not quite complete, because we do have one more DLC I'm going to play with her here, but more or less pretty much complete at this point. But yeah, so yeah, coming off of Awakening here, as I kind of already discussed earlier, yeah, still feeling pretty mixed overall, kind of disappointed about the quality of the expansion and everything, just kind of, really just feel like it was just kind of like rushed in the end in particular, and just the bugginess and everything just kind of detracts from it. And just like, yeah, like, I feel like there just wasn't really enough time to really delve into like a lot of the new stuff they added, like the runecrafting, and honestly the runecrafting isn't even that involved or interesting, because it's like, when I was looking there, and then it's basically just taking like lower level runes and converting them to higher level runes, so it's not even really that interesting necessarily, but it's just kind of annoying that we couldn't even really get high enough in it, and that like our last companion we got there, Belana, we didn't really get much time to do stuff with her, so yeah, just overall kind of a poorly designed expansion for an awesome game. Still, you know, still a decent fun experience, but I'm not entirely sure if I'll play it again. Even, like, yeah, because I know I'll probably do more playthroughs of the main game, but I don't know if I'll do Continued Awakening, I don't know for sure. The best part, honestly, was getting to see Alistair again, and get kind of that little bit in the end there about her going back to court and everything is kind of fun. But at least for the most part, I was pretty happy. Like, I thought they were just straight up killing off the other companions, so it's good that they, like, basically did get to survive and have somewhat happy endings there. But yeah, so that's the end of playing Awakening. So Visella's story here is almost, like, completely over here. So as for the Elder of the DLC, we have, I'm not going to be playing through, like, I don't remember if I mentioned before, I'm not going to be playing through stuff like Lana's song again, because I've already done those a long time in the past, and it's basically just going to be the exact same thing, and not really all that interesting, so, yeah. And I did consider replaying Golems of Angrok, which I went through after my first 2 playthroughs, but I ended up deciding not to, because many reasons. Mainly, I just really don't care for Golems of Angrok, because the story itself, like, and the characters and everything don't really mean anything or really do anything going forward, and I honestly remember it being pretty, overall I just, like, my memories of it are, like, being really boring and also tediously difficult. Yeah, like, basically, like, the characters just kind of, and the overall story being pretty boring, the combat sections being just, like, difficult, but not, like, difficult in a fun way, just difficult in, like, a very overly tedious and, like, kind of bullet spongy kind of way, you know, but obviously we don't use bullets, but, you know, kind of just in, like, health sponge kind of enemies, and having to, like, yeah, like, use, like, to just, like, chug poultices down and stuff like that. I mean, it might be better now, because I feel like I build the stats of my characters better now and stuff like that, so I might be able to do better nowadays, but honestly, it doesn't seem worth it to me, because of just knowing that the story doesn't really have an impact going forward. It's not very interesting. Yeah, so I'm just not gonna go through that one, but I will do Witch Hunt, which I don't love Witch Hunt, honestly. Like, it's funny, because I love the main game Origin so much, but the DLC in general, well, I like obviously I like the DLC that are part of the main campaign, like, you know, Shale and stuff like that, but the, like, DLC that come after, like, Awakening stuff, I'm obviously not a huge fan of, as you can tell, but anyways, we will do Witch Hunt, though, just because, even though I'm not a huge fan of the DLC, because it's largely just, like, reused areas, and not really, like, a whole lot of interesting story from what I remember, just lots of kind of, like, filler combat, there is, you know, a little bit of story relevance there with, like, following up on the whole Dark Ritual side of things, and so especially since we did do the Dark Ritual and everything, I would like to kind of do that as, like, a last, yeah, we can kind of do that as a last little send-off to Visella's story here. So, yeah, anyways, for now, I will leave you here, so thank you for watching, and I'll, hopefully see you later, in Witch Hunt, to end off our Origins story here, but anyways, for now, yeah, see ya.